So now the plot thickens a little bit around the number 10 jersey for the All Blacks, and news out of New Zealand is very, very interesting today. Let's talk about it in this video. G'day everyone, welcome to Inside Rugby with Mark. If you haven't been here before, I'm Mark. I'm a retired Kiwi bloke. I'm a huge rugby fan and I live here in beautiful Cancun in Mexico, where the rugby environment is booming. So get over here and check out the rugby. So big news out of New Zealand, and this opens up a whole lot of conversation, doesn't it really? Harry Plummer, the Auckland Blues number 10 and the All Black that had one game for the All Blacks, has signed with the French club ASM Clermont-Ferrand, and he will be heading to France to play his rugby. So here we go again. New Zealand loses another first five, another number 10 goes overseas to play his rugby, and of course you can't blame the guy. He's got to make a living for his family, and he's choosing to go to the top paying rugby area of world rugby, yes, to the French competition. So this opens up a whole lot of interesting things to talk about, doesn't it, in terms of Harry Plummer turning his back on the All Blacks for now and deciding to go overseas. Now this is a really interesting development, isn't it? I've been banging on all year about the New Zealand number 10 position, saying that looking forward to the Rugby World Cup, Beauden Barrett is not going to be our main man at number 10, and Damian McKenzie, as I've been saying for nearly every video now, is more suited, I believe, to not starting in the 10 jersey and to coming off the bench and making an impact there. So everybody was talking about Harry Plummer, who might be the next best thing to get into that All Black jersey. Well, that takes that option away for now, given the All Blacks and the New Zealand Rugby Union's policy of not selecting overseas players. Of course, Richie Mo'unga is going to come back to New Zealand next year, and that might be the solution that Scott Robertson and his team have been looking for. But again, does this put any pressure on the New Zealand Rugby Union's policy of not selecting overseas players for the All Blacks? This is a policy that's been in place for 27 years. It's not something that's new, and it also has a clause in there that states that if the All Blacks want to select an overseas player because of circumstances, they can actually do that. So that is actually in the policy, but that we haven't seen that activated up until this stage. So there we go. So Harry Plummer has made this decision, and now he's going to be heading off to France to play in the top 14 competition. So what do you reckon about this one? Does this leave the door open now for some other promising number 10s in the New Zealand rugby system to come through and be given an opportunity? Does it answer some of the questions around Harry Plummer this season? Did Scott Robertson know that this was a pending announcement, and that's why we haven't seen Harry Plummer very much in the All Black jersey this year? Or was it purely because that Scott Robertson didn't have the belief in bringing Harry Plummer into the jersey sooner than what he did for that one game? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear your views and opinions. And if you are a Kiwi based person, you know a lot about the domestic game at the moment, which I don't. Let me know if there's any number 10s in the system that you think should be getting the call up in 2025, because in my opinion, we can't just keep focusing on Beauden Barrett and Damian McKenzie in that jersey. We have to build more depth and have more inventory available. As we've seen already this year, when one of them gets injured, it causes some problems for the All Blacks. Some of you have talked about Stephen Perifetta maybe getting into that 10 jersey, or even Ruben Love has been another name that's been banded around in regards to the All Black number 10. But with Harry Plummer's announcement to go off to Clermont-Ferrand, it's going to make things a little bit more interesting when it comes to selecting the number 10s in 2025. That's my view on it as well. Now we've got another round of autumn international games happening this weekend, of course kicking off on Friday when we're going to see France versus Argentina. That's going to be a cracker of a game. I'm sure Argentina learnt a lot from their experience against Ireland last weekend, and of course the French had that almighty 1-point win over the New Zealand All Blacks at the Stade de France. So a short turnaround for France this weekend. It's going to be a hugely exciting game at the Stade de France yet again. So make sure you tune in for my preview of that particular game. And then we've got some other interesting encounters coming up this weekend as well. We've got the All Blacks against Italy. We've got the Wallabies against Wales, and we've got Ireland against Fiji. and we've got England also playing, and this time it's Eddie Jones's Japan, so I'm sure Eddie's going to get a very nice welcome back into Twickenham, that's for sure, this weekend. So plenty coming up. You'll be able to see my previews and reviews here on Inside Rugby with Mark. If you want to stick around a little bit more, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to give this video a like and a thumbs up. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Okay, I'll be back again soon, very soon. Don't forget to leave your comments about Harry Plummer and what this means to New Zealand rugby. Love to hear what you're thinking out there in rugby land. I'll see you again soon from beautiful Mexico. Until then, it's adios from me.